Hi everyone, this is your friend Meir. I'm so grateful to the friendship of so many people with our school. I'm so happy that we're able to serve people all over the world. I want to tell you today about one of my best cases. In fact, it was the best case of macular degeneration that I ever had. I was then 28, and I thought that Al was old because he was 73. Today I don't think so, since I passed my 70th year. And I'm finding myself to be young and fit. Although I'm not young in age, I'm pretty fit. So Al suffered from macular degeneration, and in that time, they did a very bad treatment to his eyes. They lasered his macula. They never do it these days. Today, they give them injections that work at least for about 5 years. But in that time, they believed that lasering destroys some of the bleeding and the rest of the macula can function. Except I've never seen that was the case. And later on, doctors have denounced it. So Al saw 8 images of everything he was looking at. Everything he was looking at. And it was devastating. He wasn't able to function, and his vision was measured as 2400, which is 5% of vision, uncorrectable with glasses. He was hunched back. And I felt that the macular degeneration had discouraged him. And on top of it, parts of his life were hard on him. I asked him, "What have you done all your life?" And he said, "I was reading medicine bottles and I was reading doctors' prescriptions." So I said, "Your work was mainly from near." I taught him the art of shifting, which was looking from detail to detail without any strain. I taught him to palm, which is rubbing the hands and putting the hands around the eye orbits. And he used to use a palming stick on any bus that he took. And of course, I taught him other exercises like sunning, which you can see in my videos. But one thing occurred to me to teach him, and this is to look for 2 hours at a distance. Because most of his adult life, when he was a pharmacist and first a pharmacy student, he looked from near. So he looked at a distance. Also, he was stooped, and I taught him a very wonderful exercise to straighten his back, where he would lie on his back, stretch his arms, look at one arm with a very stiff neck, bring the other arm towards it, then bring it back, and then look at the other arm and bring again the first arm towards it. You have it in my book, Awakening Your Power of Self-Healing. And I show it in many of my seminars. So his back got straight within 3 months. But those 3 months, 7 days a week, he looked for 2 hours at a distance. The consequence of our work was that he went to see his ophthalmologist and he was able to see 2100, 40% of normal vision after seeing 5% of normal vision. And then he was able to see 2025, 95% of 2020. Now, what happens with macular degeneration? It doesn't come on its own. Even if you have a tendency for it, what happens is when you strain, you start to have inflammation in your eye, and we have to learn not to strain. So the fact that L looked for so many years from near caused him tremendous amount of strain, which with time caused him a loss of vision. The results were not good, but so many people get blind from macular degeneration, especially centrally. There's also an emotional component. we are not happy with our work. We're not happy with our routine. We die to our routine. And different parts of the body become stiff. We become arthritic. We don't have to be arthritic. We can always stretch. We don't have to get macular degeneration. And in the case of Al, he, with great discipline, looked at a distance for 2 hours a day and was able to eliminate his problem. And this is one case out of many. You can have corneal problems with inflammation. You can have arthritis, and that also is inflammation. The question is, where is your sensitivity and where your genes make you feel more vulnerable? So, I would like all of you to listen and to attend my lecture at the Magnetic Love Summit, and it is hosted by Gold Earth Energetics. You can ask me questions, and I would like all of you to attend. It's a very interesting attendance. There is nothing that makes us more nervous than eye tension. It causes us tremendous damage. And there's nothing that makes us more hysterical than losing vision and gets us to be discouraged. We need to open up to the possibility of seeing better, and we have to understand the emotional tension that leads to seeing worse and the physical stress that we have while having emotional tension through looking at objects. Looking forward to see all of you. Blessings from Meir.